Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the 48th episode of Pre-Market Setup. We'll analyze Nifty and Bank Nifty futures today, and it is a weekly expiry day. So we have to be very careful on an expiry day. And today is more important because we are at all-time highs and we should not take the market for granted. So as discussed yesterday, we are forming a very nice rising channel. So basically the market is fundamentally not great inside, because what I have seen is that there is no cash buying happening. But you can look at FI buy figures at the end of the day, but that is not a good indicator of cash buying, because I observe the order flow. Cash is not being bought. So whenever the market is going up without cash buying, I do not trust that rally. So we can go even to 18,000 and odd levels, 18,600 or whatever, all-time highs, but I would not trust it. So unless we see some kind of cash buying in at least small and mid caps, you have to be pretty careful about this rise. So your position size should be very, very minimal. Okay. Now, one more thing I see is that at 17,800, we can see some kind of resistance precisely at 17,860. So remember that level, note that down. So on an intraday basis, if you get 17,863 print, you have to be very careful, and your it doesn't matter whether you are long or short, but your position size should be minimal. Remember, at places that where the market is turning, position size should be minimal, because what happens is whenever your position size is odd here, okay, exactly at that time your luck will force you to take huge positions, and one small bit of down here will throw you out of the market. I will give an example today. Again, we will discuss position sizing. So probably in a year, I might discuss about position sizing, importance of capital, the same thing 100 times. Please bear with me, understand those things. So at the end of the video today, we'll discuss position sizing. I'll explain you with an example how you get trapped and how you lose money because of bad position sizing, and I'll explain the psychology behind bad position sizing. Now what happens is, let's continue with Nifty. So here we may face resistance. SGX is trading at around 17,740 odd levels. That is fine. We will wait for pre-open to see how much bullishness is going to be baked into the market. So yesterday there were positive news from CPI. US CPI came down. There is inflation has not changed since the past week or past month. Not week, month. So basically it means that the Fed does not change it, that the data does not change the Fed's urgency to raise rates. If inflation came higher, Fed would have kind of been warned, because the jobs data was also strong. However, what I can see is that the market is in a hurry to go up without fundamentally driving the cash segment. However, we can still go to 800 or 18,000 or 18,600 levels, but first we have to break the 17,863, and for today's expiry that level is very, very important. So we will see pre-open. So basically I think pre-open is going to be around 17,740 levels. So basically we have a gap here. So but kind of this gap should form the base, and also we see that there is a kind of 17,800 odd levels. So basically we have to open around this level and continue. If we break 17,863 and sustain, then 18,000 is possible, but probably not on an expiry day. We'll also look at Bank Nifty charts. So this particular rally, basically what I think is that the market has rallied like this one time framing. Now retailers are being trapped here. So basically the trap is clearly happening. So now you see how 863 comes into picture. So we may kind of push to 863 and then there can be a downside. So we have to be very careful. I'm not saying that we'll immediately fall towards a 15,000 and odd levels. I will not even look at those levels. My worry is only this zone as long as today's expiry is concerned. So if we break 863 or 917, 900 levels, then I will worry. Otherwise, I will not even think about these levels for intraday trading. Unless you are a positional trader or unless you are an investor, you should not think about long-term levels. That is very, very important. Now, let's see what is happening in Bank Nifty. In Bank Nifty, you see that the slope is a bit smaller. There was no one-time framing because it was not clearly stronger one-time framing like Nifty. That is pretty odd. I see that the options pricing is not as bullish as Nifty is going up, but Bank Nifty is very rangy. However, Bank Nifty options pricing is kind of very clean, I would say. So in Nifty, there is something that is not coming out in options prices. The fear is not visible. So once the fear is visible, there can be very brutal move in Nifty. That doesn't mean, let me tell you, whatever I am saying, it should not build a bias. Whenever I give a negative statement, you should not be biased that Nifty will fall. Whenever I give a positive statement, you should not think that the market will go up. So avoid this kind of bias. We'll discuss about bias in tomorrow's video at the end of the video. So bias is also very important. So you need to understand these things. So in Bank Nifty, I will be worried if we break 38,187 levels, or if we break this channel. So this small channel is slightly nicely building up today, that this can be tested either on the downside or we can break out. So let's see how it goes today. So you have to look for intraday charts for decent levels. So today, as far as GX, we will be trading at around 740 levels. So that is a key zone. This is where we'll be traveling, and I see that 860 is a zone where we can face resistance. So after the open, you have to see whether we are coming down or going up. So we have to see how the market develops after the open. That's why I do not form a bias until the pre-open happens and until the open happens. Let me tell you again, as I explained the bias rule in one of the videos, you have to account for variable change. So don't go with a mindset that today will be bullish or today will be bearish or today will be premium meeting day. These are all for retailers. Okay, a professional trader will wait until 9:15, then he will synthesize the information, whatever has happened yesterday in US, in post market hours, in pre-market hours. Everything we have to check and then take a decision. That's why trading is tough. Okay, so like if you go to a doctor, he's going to diagnose your problem with various contexts. Okay, this is what I mean by context. So you have to understand the context. Suddenly after the open, if there is a news of China, Taiwan, what will you do? Are you not going to include that information? You will. You have to. You're not going to sit with a loss. You're going to exit if you're long. So like that, we have to account for variable change. Whatever changes, we have to account for it. If you don't account for it, the market will take away your capital. So that is Nifty. We need clarity. So basically, we should not break 700 at least. At least option players should, kind of control this zone. If 700 gets broken easily right at the open, then you have to rethink your strategy in the open. Now in Bank Nifty, I see that, sorry about this. So in Bank Nifty, I see that, the market was rangy yesterday. We have to open somewhere around 38 600 to 38 700 levels, and I see 39,000 and 39,300 also if the market is bullish. So in Bank Nifty, I'm pretty strong these days. I'm trading more of Bank Nifty than Nifty because I'm getting conviction trades, or even if there is no trade, Bank Nifty is clearly telling me don't take a trade. Okay, so basically I will look for 38 187. Now it has changed to 207. So basically we should take support at around 38 207 and 38 187. If that does not happen, that means as long as this zone holds, we are going to go up in Bank Nifty. Only below this, I will look for negatives. So if there is a move, I see there is a slim chance of that happening. However, if market breaks 38 207 or 187 levels, I will update the downward levels in the Telegram channel. Okay, so that is for Bank Nifty intraday. So let's look at the profile charts. So yesterday we see that there is a squattish profile. What I mean by squattish profile is it's very short, kind of it's not making any noise, and it was not making any noise, and bullishness was built by data. So the market probably was not ready to take a gap up move. So today the market will open gap up at around 740 or 760 levels, and then we will see how it is going to develop. And this gap needs to be pretty strong for the market to go up. So we have to be very careful on that. So if there is any downward traction, so we look for 700 levels, and below that, if we come and if you cover the gap, 565 is the level where I think that we can see some support. 565, 575 zone is where we will see support. Until then, we should keep going up. So the top levels you have to keep are 17,740 and 17,863. Remember these levels, and then go into the market day. Let's see what is happening in Bank Nifty. In Bank Nifty, as I told you, 38 kind of 180, this is the level where I will be negative. Until then, any fall here can also get good support. So basically 272 is one level that is a key support. So even if the market falls, it can bounce back, but we may see a gap up, so there is no confusion about it. I'm looking for levels around 38 600 for open, and then moving on to 39 300 as the bullish zone. So I have mentioned that 38 340 level also in Telegram channel. Go back and see, and you will understand. Now let's look at because we are closing the expiry week, let's see how the weekly Nifty profile is shaping up. So since there is bullishness, so we are going to kind of form a profile here, and there is going to be a gap in profile. So and we may kind of form a distribution between 860 and 740 zone. So and this gap will be open for retest next week. That is next expiry, that is from tomorrow. So we have to be careful on that as well. Now let's see what is happening in Bank Nifty weekly profile. This is powerful profile, a P-shaped pattern, and you see how every week the market has been kind of making a P. So any move above kind of 38 600 levels is going to extend this profile and make it more powerful for next week. So these P profiles generally provide very good reference levels when we come back. So that is very, very helpful if at all we come down towards 38 187 levels. That's it for today. Let's discuss position sizing again. So basically, whenever the market is at the peak, whenever the market is, kind of ran up a bit, you need to be very careful about your position sizing. For example, if you have 10 lakh of capital, so you have to be very choosy in selecting your trades. Your stop losses should be small. And if you put your entire 10 lakh in this trade, and even a small move until here can wipe away your capital, and even after the market rebounds from here, you will not have that margin to trade. So at borders, it is very important that people become vary about position sizing. Do not put 100% of your trade. Take only 30%, 40%. So as the market is moving, you have to be careful about position sizing. For example, if you see that when we break this, you can take a better position sizing. Probably a better position sizing is here because the stop loss is very small here, but here the stop loss is almost kind of 300, 400 points. That is not a small stop loss. So even if you take in terms of futures, if you see, for example, today at the market open, if you are fully consuming your capital, and the market kind of rejects and comes here. Okay, so and then once your money is lost, once you exit the position in loss, it will go back and hit higher highs. So that is the pain that most of the retailers go through. You might relate what I am trying to say. Most of you, I'm damn sure that most of you will relate what I am trying to say. Do not take huge position sizes, and also your stop losses need to be very, very small. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Hope this edition has been helpful to you, and today you'll have more clarity in trading with the help of this video. Please come back and watch the video if you have any doubts about levels or about how you execute your strategy. That's all for today. Please subscribe to my channel, tell your friends to subscribe it as well, and also please give in comment section what you feel about my videos, any improvements you want, and then please like it. The more you like it, the more I'll get visibility in YouTube. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.